It is late. It's 8. It's only 8. It's only 8. I'm late though. Like, I'm late. I should have been here at 7. I wasn't. I should be streaming Project Time. I'm not. Am I maybe gonna come back? Maybe. I don't know right now. In fact, I'm actually having a lot of trouble focusing at this moment. So, okay. I got 3 hours of sleep. Okay. By the way, that was an insufficient amount of sleep. But here we are. So, you're gonna hang out with me while I do some work. It's gonna be like a distraction for me so I can actually work. Which sounds weird, but it really isn't. It really isn't. So, but wait, there's more. So, yeah. I got 3 hours of sleep. I went to bed thinking, hey, you have some things planned, which means you need to be ready. You need to be on time. And because you're going to do that, you might as well do something with this. Might as well do something like this. And yeah, so here we are. I was supposed to meet Bae for lunch. It did not happen because of things outside of everybody's jurisdiction, if you will. And that's unfortunately just how it goes. Oh my god, hi. I am kind of delirious right now. I am so tired. I don't know how I'm functioning. It's this weird smile on my face. Yeah, that's not real. That is not real at all. That is, are you okay? Did you hit your head? Do you need to see a doctor? Maybe you should take a nap. It's just where we are right now. What the fuck? So yeah, we're frogging something. That's what's happening right now. Anyway, I was supposed to see Bae today. Did not work. Instead, I spent the day with wife and listened to her customer service human like all day. So, the plan was get up, do something with this shit right here, something with this stuff up here, get dressed, look nice, look presentable like a person, go see wife, drop some stuff off because she's work wife, I'm candy wife. I'm candy wife, and if you get that reference, fuck yeah. If you don't, I'm sorry. So sorry. So, I'm candy wife because I am like the queen of snacks. Like, if you want food or snacks or something to nosh on, I'm the person at work who probably has got you covered. I literally have a basket in my car of snacks. Turkey, crackers, raisins, craisins, usually have some form of ginger ale, Gatorade, because, just whatever. Occasionally I have water in my car, but I have a hard time drinking water, so water is like, can you not? She's crowding me. Is the thing I have the least of. Why are you such a brat? She's the biggest of brats. I should be nice to her. I clipped her nails. And out of, I don't know, math is hard. 12, 14? Is that right? No, 16. 18. Out of like 18 nails, I only fucked up one. She hates getting her nails clipped. I don't want to pay somebody to do it. So I bought a thing to do it. I suck at it. I'm really bad. Bads, come here. Come here, see if the people can see you. You put your snoot up here? Put your snoot? Snoot? Oh, snoot. She's like, oh my god, mom, give me your hand. Give me your hand. Okay. You're gonna kill my sweater. You brat. She's such a brat. No, don't hit the camera. She's like, but I want to. So, oh, did my thing cut off all of my? It cut off all of my title. Okay, cool. Oh no, it didn't. It's just cutting it off on my screen. Cool. Okay, go away, beast. So, get up, do all this stuff. I had some. I'm trying to sneeze. Give me a second. Okay. Averted. I had some dark. No. Yeah. I had some dark chocolate sea salt caramels that I got ages ago. I got 2 of them because they were fucking delicious. And then I got some milk chocolate ones because I don't know. I just wanted all the options. I don't like milk chocolate, so I don't know what I was thinking. Needless to say, the milk chocolate ones were still in my house and the dark chocolate were all gone. Now, caramel is particularly, we're working while we're telling the story. Caramel is particularly decadent. I like caramel. I don't like making caramel. Making caramel is a pain in the ass if you've never done it before. It's right up there with making like caramel corn or kettle corn, like from scratch on the stovetop. Although that takes less time, you still have to like kind of constantly watch it because otherwise the sugar will burn and it's a bad time. Like you get burnt sugar and then burnt popcorn smell. No. Let's just fucking not say we did. So anyway. I like caramels, but like 1, 2, maybe. On a regular basis, no. Just by itself, no. And then you add sea salt to them, and like it raises the decadence. And then you add like anything else to it, and it's just like, okay, all right, you need to stop. This is too fucking much. So, here we are. Well, wife loves the caramels. To the tune of, I mentioned caramel, and she's like, ooh. And I was like, and I knew she was like that. So I'm like, I'm not one to throw away food if there's nothing wrong with it. To include candy. Okay. So I'm like, what am I going to do with these? They're sitting in my house. Just slowly but surely probably going to go bad soon. At some point, right? Give them to wife. Wife will be grateful. Wife will find a use for them. Great. So I wanted the container. I now have 3 of them, right? 2 dark chocolate, 1 milk. They're going to become like fabric yarn scrap containers here soon. That's what's going to happen. Huzzah. But I put this in a bag, like a giant gallon freezer bag or whatever. And I had a bunch of chapstick. Don't ask. My ex-husband worked at it's not a bottling plant because it's, a packaging manufacturer human thing, right? And this one happened to make chapstick. So he brought home a ridiculous, like, sample of, like, a bunch of different ones. And I'm not a chapstick person. So, let's just say I absolutely didn't need that many. Like, I took, like, I think 1 of each flavor that didn't just disgust me. Because one of them was pumpkin spice. Look, if you love pumpkin spice, I am so happy for you. I'm not that person. Oh gosh, I'm not that person at all. Hold on 1 second. Let's see. I can remember where I put them. I think I have the original mint, cherry, or strawberry, one of those. And I think I have like one of some of the weird ones. Like there's a sweet watermelon, which I'm like, what watermelon isn't sweet? Like what is that? What are we eating bitter watermelon? Like what is going on right now? Go away, you. Go away. You're crowding me. I think it's anyway. And then what's the other thing? Oh, chili cheese Fritos. Because I got the party bag of chips for me and the little. Because she loves chips. Because I have a snack baby. Because of course I fucking do. And that's the one flavor in the bag that I get that we don't eat. And so I was like, wife, do you eat these? And she was like, oh my god, yes. And I'm like, great. I'll give you all of them to you. And so after a couple bags, I like have a collection and I hand to her. And she's just a snackaholic too. So yeah, I'm just enabling her. It's terrible. But That happened. So I'm like, I gotta give her all this stuff. Today was my day off from the day job, and she was gonna be at our store because our store manager went poof for reasons that I will not get into because I have like a shred of discretion. Our service manager was not there today because it was his day off, and the expectation was he's going to be there all week by himself. Our new store manager was supposed to come and start this week, then it turned into next week. And so he was going to be there all day, like all week by himself, and they're going to put this man in an early grave. Like, seriously. Honestly, the shop I work at compared to like a dealership is a lot tamer, right? Like, dealerships are very high volume. They're trying to push and like get people out, right? So it's understandable in that situation, right? Dogs being suspicious. It's understandable in that situation for sorry. Somebody to be stressed out. But our shop, like, it's one of a chain, right? So it's not like we're a mom and pop situation. And there's like a couple, like there's one down the street from us. There's one down the street and off the main road. There's another one just way farther down the same road that we're on. There's several locations. I don't know how many, but there's a good amount of them. So, I mean, obviously, like you're going to go to theoretically, you're going to go to the one that's closest to you, right? Or the one that's closest to where you're going to be. But like in the part of town that I live in, there is like 1, 2, 3, like 4 alone. 5 technically, because it's like in that part of town, it's just a little in the other direction. Like there's options, right? So why any of them at any given time are super, super busy is weird to me. Like, I mean, okay, like it's not predictable. But because our service manager is technically doing the job of 3 people, the store manager, the service manager, and the customer service associate, like the just clerk human who's supposed to be up there. What ends up happening is that's too much for one person to do. And so our customer service human used to be wife. She's not with us anymore. She got moved over because of the store manager. The store manager is now gone. So, like, if she could have stuck it out, we wouldn't be great, but he wouldn't be, like, run as ragged. Because at this point, when he's by himself, he's straight up by himself. And that's pretty much all the time. Juice will come to the front because he was doing a little bit of training so he could, like, relieve some of the pressure. But also because there's a lot of times when Juice does not have work in the back to do because he's our flat rate tech. So that, gives him something to do and is helping. And unfortunately, he doesn't get paid like an hourly rate to be up there at the front, which is like shit. He's doing the work, but he's also not there. Like, he just steps up there, right? He's not there like all the time. So, hold on 1 second. So, trying to get on my drinks. Make sure they're all accessible. I have my matcha. I have my lemon water. Okay, those are the other ones. Okay, cool. I got everything. So, we are also in the middle. You're gonna hang out while I set my Patreon post up for today. Thank God I got it done. Let's see. We drafted the outline this morning. Did I do it this morning? I think so. Yeah, I did. I did. Okay. What is this? So, I'm trying to like record everything and make sure everything gets remembered. So, drafted. Whoa. So that happened. So, wife was there. I stopped by to see wife. Part 2 of what I was going to go out to do. They asked, so Bay is a new thing. It's an influx thing. It's not a permanent thing as of right now. It's like our intentions, general intentions are aligned. Not necessarily specific to one another. I mean, mine are. Okay. Well, I'm not going to speak for them. But Bay and I are on the same wavelength as far as like what we're working towards, right? So, which is one of those things. Like if you are trying to date, that's a factor you need to consider. You can't have like a future or relationship, a situation, not a situationship, but a situation, like an established one with someone. If you're like going in opposite directions, that's not going to work out. And you're best off like avoiding that, because at some point you'll grow apart doing that, right? Right. So, noted. So that's one of the like and this funny thing is that's in this whole dating thing that I've been trying to do. I hate that question. I hate it so much with a passion. So here's the thing. What are you looking for? That's the simplest way to put it. That is a completely relevant question. It's a legitimate question. It is a question that if you were going to even remotely try to pursue something with someone, you absolutely need to ask. What I don't love about that question is that people like to ask that question like immediately. Like, you haven't said hi, you haven't said hello, there's not been any real interaction, and that's the first thing out of your mouth. Like, whoa, pump the brakes. Like, just hi, hello, how do you do? Can we do that? That's fine. I said this to his wife, and I've said this to friend. And they were like, well, what about the people who want no strings attached? You know where you can put that? You can put that at the top of your profile. There's plenty of people who do that. And then you can just, like, I'll skip over you. Like, if that's not what I'm working at. And wife was like, oh, well, that means nobody will stop and talk to them. Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing about that. If Susie wants no strings attached, and Stefan, yeah, I know, come on, leave me alone, wants to get married, at some point, they're going to figure it out. Like, it's gonna come to light. So why don't we just get that out of the way? So, okay, sure. That right there says, well, then you should just start off with it. I disagree. I think you should treat people like people and, like, say hello at the very least. Hi, hello, hi, how do you do? See if you even, and this is the thing. Can you just see if you can even talk to the person? Because, like, some people, they'll rule themselves. Like, there's all kinds of reasons why people will disqualify themselves, right? Some people are too shy. Some people are too exuberant. Some people are too tight-lipped. I could call that on that a couple times. But the same person, some people are oversharers. Some people are, like, ready mentally, but not ready emotionally, right? Or physically, or some combination, right? And there's all kinds of reasons why, like, something will not work out between, like, two people. No bigs. It happens. But it just seems really brusque to me to just lead with that. And if you want to go brusque, just announce it. Just says, like, hey, I'm looking for friends with benefits. I have seen plenty of people put that out there. Just like I've seen plenty of people say that I'm a package deal, which is, a nice, slightly lower key way of saying you're either going to date me and my partner, or I have a partner and you're, just an additional, but maybe separate, right? Like, there's all kinds of words to word things. And, like, if you want to just immediately weed people out, dude, put that billboard up. Put that up front and center, like, right there, where people can read it. People will fucking skate right by you. And I feel like the amount of people that you will have in your inbox, I would think, I don't know, because, right, is going to be lower, because all those people like me who are like, nope, that's not for me, we're just not even going to say anything to you. It's like that freaking cat statue. I love that GIF. It's ridiculous. It's also kind of creepy. So, Okay. So anyway, I don't like leading off with that. Now, friend is like, God, you're so picky, and I'm like, I mean, probably one of the reasons I was still single. I mean, technically still am. But would rather be single than get into an undesirable situation. So, if I can hold out, don't settle. It's my best relationship advice. Don't settle. Compromise. Yes. Settle. No. No. I also have this strange desire to do some snooping. Wife is also dating, and wife has got like a specific situation that they like having in one aspect, but that's it, like in one aspect, right? And we talked about it today, and I was like, so what happens is, wife has all these people trying to talk to her, which is really funny because wife isn't super chatty. I'm super chatty. Don't nobody want to talk to my ass. Somehow not a surprise. I'm too much. That's why. She's too much too, but apparently she doesn't project too much. So, oh my god. So she's got all these people just like rolling up in her DMs, which I think is really funny. Because of the two of us, I have way more experience being that way. Yeah, I said it. Than she does. And I encouraged her because she was fresh out of a breakup and she was having a hard time. I'm like, dude, ride the wave. Like jump in the pool, splash around, have fun. If you don't like, get out, right? But like, don't stick a toe in. Don't timidly kind of do it. No, fucking, I'm gonna push your ass in the pool. You keep hesitating into the pool you go. Let's see. We recorded our audio this morning. Yay! So, the funny thing is, all these people are in, wife's inbox, right? Their DMs. And the thing with it is I keep hearing wife say like, oh, so and so, they're just like, it's bothering me. They're saying hi, and then like, you know, then they want to talk, and I don't want to talk, and it's yada yada yada. And my let's cut to the chase attitude is, well, if you don't want to talk to them, don't talk to them, right? It's that simple, right? Like this. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. And if you won't want to talk to them, just say so. Right? Just say so. So I called wife out on it. I was like, so here's the thing. I think that you enjoy the attention because in the last relationship that you were not getting the attention like you wanted and needed, and that is reasonable to have in a relationship. And so now you're just kind of basking in having multiple people vying for your attention. Now, there is nothing wrong with that, right? Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. But just be real with it. It's like, fine. And in not being able to solidly deny this, like, I'm going to guess that I'm probably onto something. But I also don't feel like they have critically thought a lot about this. And so, because like if you ask them, well, what do they want? You don't get a real clear answer, which to me is a red flag. Like, I don't think that you don't, like, that any one person, like, literally has no idea in any way what they want, right? Like, I don't think that. What I do think is that people are used to making others a priority. And so thinking of yourself first is not a habit that a lot of people have. And then people are made to feel guilty when they think of themselves first, right? So that's fair. That's totally fair. But now I want to sling some cards and be like nosy. It's none of my business though. I'm just a nosy bitch. So yeah. Like, me as friend wants to help wife because I hate to see people struggle, but I feel like some of their tendencies are not conducive to getting what they want. And I'm not sure that that's clear to them. Like it looks really clear on the outside, but everything looks really clear on the outside of the situation, right? That's part of the benefit of being outside of something, is it's easier to kind of like detach and like see things, pick things apart, and not assign meaning where it probably doesn't fucking belong. Inside, I mean, she has all of the inner knowledge of like how she feels and what she thinks, right? But that's it. Like she doesn't have the inner knowledge of how everybody else in the situation feels and thinks. Also, she might just be attracting like needy motherfuckers. Just we're gonna call it, okay? And again, hey, needy. I get it. Wasn't hugged enough as a child. No, that's probably not it. I don't like hugs. Hate hugs. I wanted to be left alone so I could read as a child, and like I did everything I could to make that happen. Like, what, I have to be social? Are you sure I can't just, like, go in my room and read a book? Like, are you sure? Because that's what I would like to do. So, the thing was, skipping back to our original, go, see wife, go out and see Bae. Bae, suggested us going out, basically low-key asked me in a nonchalant manner 2 weeks ago. And I will give them credit. Nonchalance is my go-to when it comes to dating. Or just like relating socially to people. So the thing with it is if your nonchalance is declined, it's not as devastating emotionally as if you kind of poured your heart out. Like if you, so versus asking, you're making a suggestion like, hey, would you like to do this? It's like a low pressure, no pressure situation. You're not like super emotionally invested, but like if you get a yes, you're probably gonna be like, yeah, awesome. Versus like, oh my god, will you totally go out with me? Like that's just a little too much of you in there. And look, do you, right? Relate in the way that you want to. Just for me, like protecting my feelings, nonchalance is the way I go. And that's just me. That's just me. It works. So, weird stories. Anyway, gosh, I'm trying to think. I feel like I did other stuff before I did this. Like I drafted it. I recorded the Patreon audio. I feel like I did some other stuff, and I can't think of what that is. But I did other stuff in between doing this. We're just gonna have to do this. So everything in this list, this is our to-do list. I love the shit you got done today. It's just gonna be out of order. So we transferred it to computer because apparently my technology hates me, and I'm not allowed to use my cords to move stuff from my phone to my computer anymore. What the hell is that? Like for someone who uses technology a lot, I can't even. Like, I cannot. I don't know what's going on. So, wife, delivery. Then I was supposed to go have lunch with Bae. So, I have been trying to meet up with Bae since the first time we met. Again. With a great amount of effort. Significant effort. The thing is, oh no, a pen. The thing is, I'm super busy. Bae is super busy. Our busies overlap, and it's like some of the times that we're busy. Like they're not busy right now, but I am. But like we're both busy. Like they have a day job, I have a day job, so obviously those hours coincide a lot. Like we got up at the same time, but they go in earlier than I do. Thank God, because if I had to go in at 7, no, I have had to actually, it was 7:30, and it was nightmarish. Look, I don't want to sleep. Okay, I don't. And if I thought I could not sleep ever and not go crazy, I would. I really would. Unfortunately, I don't think that that's an option. So says the person functioning on 3 hours of sleep and virtually no caffeine. I am just like, we're in like delirium land. So hold on, we bought this audio to computer. We're going down our checklist. So we were talking for 2 weeks, okay. At the beginning of, like, before the actual talking started, for the 2-week period, the nonchalant, like, suggestion was made. I didn't directly take them up on the offer. Some other details came into the situation that, like, influence the realization of that. That sounds really weird. It sounds really shady. It's not, but I understand how it sounds weird. And that's okay. You'll be fine. I'm not going to tell you. It's not my business to, like, share somebody else's situation, story with somebody else. No. Yeah. So we ended up talking for like a week and a half. We finally got in the same geographic proximity. Like, we're nearby. They live actually quite a ways away, but work nearby. And so that was how it happened. Like, I just got enough work. They had just got enough work. We were able to coincide in the same general location for about 15 minutes. Basically coming and going. Like, I was on my way home. They were on their way home. And that's just all the time we had. It was in public-ish. Like, not at, like, a public location that you would generally. But, like, I hit them up right outside where they work as they were coming up. Like, hey, what's up? And we had about 15 minutes. We talked. And we parted ways because people got shit to do. So that happened. Okay, so this is an audio, by the way. We don't have to upload it to YouTube. Like, I could upload it to YouTube, but I don't put my audios up there because I don't need to. Like, I don't need to. Also, I don't know how to put just an audio up. And I don't know how to make an audio into a video. As in, like, you know, when you see something where it's like a video and it's got like a picture, like a single picture, or like maybe a slideshow, right? I don't know how to do that. That's probably really not hard. I just personally don't know how to do it. So we don't have to do it with YouTube. But we do have to put it on Patreon. So let's see. Let's go through the list. So first, the title. So, since then, since the first time, I've been trying to get in the same proximity to them again for an extended period of time. It has not worked. Granted, it's not been that long. It's just nothing has worked out. Which is inconvenient. I mean, it's not the end of the world. It happens, right? It's just this is just what's going on. So, then they had brought up the whole lunch thing, and I was like, oh, you said something about lunch, and and actually in the 15 minutes, like, freaking ships passing at night, like, whatever you want to call that, that came up again. I was like, well, I don't work far, like, from where you do, so, like, it would probably be just as easy for us to like see each other in passing in this way. Obviously, hopefully for a longer period of time than just 15 minutes, but hey, make it work. And they were like, oh, and I think I said something along the lines of, yeah, I don't go to a lot of places because gas prices are just like murder for me, and I don't have to go a lot of places that are far, so it's not a big deal. But any place that isn't strictly necessary right now, it's too far. Because I'm living that oh my god life. So anyway, it's like the weird bird meme. Anyway, so that happens. And they were like, I could, it's like, I could bring you lunch or buy you lunch, or I could put gas in your car. I was just like, what? What? Did I hear that right? Yeah, I'm weird about accepting like money and gifts from people. Like, I'm weird about it. And some people are weird about getting compliments. Yeah, I'm weird about that too, but I'm also weird about this. Because I have a lot of experiences with people where there are strings attached that I do not know about, that they do not let you know about until they come to collect. And it's like, whoa, if you had been explicit that this was all conditional, I would not have accepted. Because no thank you. Like, I don't want to owe you an open-ended favor. That is dicey. All right? I think so. So, not what we're trying to do. So anyway, I brought it up. I was like, well, there's also the whole like lunch idea, because humans eat lunch like on a on a fairly like regular basis. So like we could make that happen. Like that's possible. So yeah, sure. So basically that's what I've been trying to do for like the last 2 or 3 times, is make the lunch happen. Now, where I work and where they work, vastly different industries. I know like virtually nothing about theirs. I don't know what they know about mine. Of the two of us, have more flexibility. They are important manager human. I am worker bee. So, like, that affords me certain freedoms, just like them being managing human affords them certain freedoms. So, anyway. It's not worked out. It's not worked out. They've been very apologetic, and I'm like, shit happens. Things don't always work out. It's not like I'm not sweating it, right? Like, I'm not getting the vibe that I'm being handed, horse shit. I'm not feeling like I'm being strong or led along. So, like, we're good, right? Like, we're good. It's fine. Title is written. So now we have to do the descripciones. So, hi, friends. You're catching me in the middle of weird story time, because that's what I do. So, in the middle of our traverse into the out today, on our day off day, there's a lot of words in there. We were supposed to meet with Bay and have lunch. Did not happen. Yes. I have a really expressive face. What's really funny is apparently this extends to my entire body. So like when I tell stories, it's like a freaking weird pantomime, like only with words. Like what is going on? Like, I don't know. It's weird to watch. So yeah, wife cracks up. She's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, telling a story. Okay. So there we go. So we were supposed to meet up. I am not the kind of person to invite myself somewhere. That's weird and shitty. And while I'm a weirdo, I try not to be a dirtbag. Like, cause not cool. No okay. As I tell friend, no okay. But trying to be in the same geographic proximity to Bay seems to be it's taken a lot of effort. Now look. I am persistent, like a dog with a bone. So, provided I am being told that, yeah, no, we're good, everything's good, we're good, full steam ahead, all that, on it. Okay. Now, like I said, I have more flexibility in my day job than they do because they are manager human and I am drone human. Like, all I gotta do is do what I'm told. And I'm efficient, so like I do what I'm told and I get it done and I'm done. I'm like, okay, now what? Like, I'm done. Like I can go now? Like, this is taken care of. What was it? Saturday. Or Saturday. And Gumby was like, well, look, I don't have time to waste. I got shit to do. I got shit to do. Like, stream. Like, make art. Like, make Patreon. Like, make YouTube videos. I got shit to do. It requires me to not be at the day job. I'm only at the day job because I have to be. And as soon as I don't have to be, peace! And hair grease, y'all. So, yeah, that sounds super weird coming out of my face. It's okay. It's okay. So, I was like, I could go to the front and say, hey, Gumby, do you want me to do this? I'm like, I could do that. Or, I could just do the thing and then go, hey, psst, psst, it's done. And they'll be like, yay! Not really, kind of, not really. Maybe a little bit inside. Like, Gumby has a little more expressiveness to his voice, but not necessarily his facial expressions, and so they don't always match up, and sometimes you're like, wait a minute, is he being serious? Like, it's not completely indiscernible, you just maybe have to think about it for like more than a second. So, I did that, and like, I popped out, I'm like, boom, it's done. He was like, oh my god, that's awesome. And I'm like, that's what I do. I'm just awesome. You're welcome. So I ended up like able to, I think, scoot out of there early, which was great because Saturday this is my last. It was my 6-day work week. God, gross. Working 6 days in a row, like for somebody else, do not recommend. Shit, 5 days in a row. On the 5th day, I'm ready to unalive people. Like, I'm like, you guys need to leave me alone. Hey, you sound suspicious. Stop it. That's the dog. If you came into the stream earlier, you would have seen Doggo. Doggo was like, pay attention to me. So, yeah. If you wanna see Doggo, you're gonna have to catch this at the beginning when this ends. Anyway. So I don't invite myself places, but I am also incredibly impatient. Yeah, I was supposed to be on at 7. That's not what happened. My schedule says 7. I didn't make it. I was actually waiting to hear from Bae for reasons. Just reasons I cannot, have no intention of disclosing. Yeah, so that's what happens. I'm like people catch me when I'm about to be done, and then I'm like, oh, no. This story time. Let's keep going. It's good. I'm full of stories, so I can. So last time that happened, I think I was done like streaming. Somebody came in at the last minute in the middle of like the end of a story, and like another dozen stories happened. 2 hours later, finally stopping. I'm like, I gotta stop this stream because I gotta get up in the morning because I'm supposed to get up at 6. Gross. I, by the way, for the dozenth time, is that a word? I'm operating off of 3 hours of sleep right now, so I am full on Adama noodle. I'm usually like this even with sleep, so this isn't really different. I might be a touch weirder. Probably not, though. So, I said to Bae, like, we have been trying to be in, like, the same place. Like, do things that are, like, lunch. I personally was just like, can we just be in, like, the same spot for a little while? Like, we don't have to eat. You just, like, sit there and, like, talk. Like, that's That's cool. Um, apparently, it's harder than it seems. But that's what happens when a bitch is busy. Ah. So let's just copy this document for like the 40th time. Uploading my Patreon right now. I'm putting up the copy for today's post. So that's where we're hanging out. Attempting to do that. I've gotten the title in there. The copy is drafted. It's here. It needs to be here. I'm having trouble. It's fine. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Haha, I did it. Amazing. So, we tried to get together yesterday. No, not yesterday. Did we? You know what? I don't know. I don't even know what happened yesterday. I didn't see each other. That was it. So, I was like, oh, no, I think I said something Saturday. And I was like, just so you know, I don't work Sunday, and I won't be working this Monday at the day job. So, my schedule is more wide open. They were working yesterday, which is probably what happened. They were working yesterday, did not work out. And so I had more ease to just be out because I had no intention of being out yesterday because I had to drop off candy for and such for wife. So, and the store our shop wasn't gonna be open until today, which is why everything was supposed to supposedly kind of sort of, yes, definitely happen today. So I don't like last minute plans. In fact, I think if you think that we need to have last minute plans, I think that you don't really respect my fucking time. And I don't have a lot to be given to anybody, and I especially don't have any to be giving to like meh. So yeah, now, that said, if I super like you as a human and I would like to spend time with you, I can tolerate a little bit of last minute planning. Like in a situation like this where both people are super fucking busy and you don't have a lot of notice when you're going to be able to be in the same fucking places at once. Because some people aren't planners and some people can't be planners, and it just doesn't work out. All right, so like I'm not completely unreasonable. So I like to plan though. Like if I can, oh yeah, I'm gonna plan because that is the only way I'm gonna get anything done. The funny thing is, Bay apparently is also really regimented. So basically, it's basically one big hello pot, this is kettle joke between the two of us. I have said a number of times, like, we are two peas in a pod, and this is weird and funny, but not in a bad way. Like, I don't know, there's a bunch of green flags for me. And I want to share certain traits with other person, but the right ones, right? Like I love yarn. I love yarn. Not this yarn. This yarn is I love yarn. I don't need you to love yarn. In fact, I don't want you to hate yarn, but I don't think I want you to love yarn as much as I do. Because then you're going to want to share with me and no, this is mine. Get your own. So yeah, that's the thing. So, the funny thing is like I think we have the right things in common, which it works. So cool. So cool. So, tentative plans are made. Yes, we must be in the same place as one another. That's the goal. That is, in fact, the goal. Cool. Plans are not made. And that's fine. I can work with that. So when I said to facilitate this whole blah, 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 I was like, and now that I think about this, let's see what's going on with this. Boom! There we go. Sorry. We are looking at stuff and turning our things on. Quiet. Okay. I don't know if you've heard any of those notifications. I hope for all that is holy that you haven't, but if you have, I'm so sorry. My bad. The fun thing is, it's Jack saying, "What's this?" from Nightmare Before Christmas. So, like, there's definitely worse sounds that you could have heard in succession. So, the shtick that I proposed was, hey, I have malleability in my schedule all today, Monday, right? Like, I am in fact working. I do in fact have things to do, and I do have like one specific errand that I like must accomplish tomorrow. But the timing of all this is mutable, right? It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be very specific and like regimented. It needs like, I needed to drop off the stuff for wife between 7:30 and 6 p.m. because that's when she was going to be at the shop. So as long as it happened within those hours, I was good to go. Whatever was fine. And so I said, look, the only time constraints I have are this, and you just let me know when whatever works for you, right? Because they had more time constraints than I did. So at one point they were like, okay, so like, when are you going to go and do this? And I'm like, whenever works for you, like, I'll make it work. Because again, like, my time constraints were the time period at which wife was like at the shop, which was going to be all fucking day. And I know that they get off work at about 5. So, yeah, no props. No props. So, okay, cool. Awesome. My face itches so bad. Probably because I have fucking makeup on. Damn it. So, here is the thing. Specific plans were not made. General understanding was suggested. That's it. Now, look, I am not complaining. That is merely an observation. Okay? So I was like, okay, just let me know. Now, so I got up, took a shower, did my hair, did my makeup, got dressed, all that, took care of the dog, fed the dog. Can you stop? You're a baby. Don't be baby. You're being too much. You're too much baby. You're too much baby. Like, she's like 1,000% baby right now. Mostly because she's not feeling well. So, like, fair, but it's super, super inconvenient timing for dog to be baby, right? Oh, Jesus. Just knock everything over. Oh, my God, my nose. It's just, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. It's itching so bad, it's driving me bananas. Bananas. Shit is bananas. So, I set up the card of the day. I set up the offer of the day, which actually I drafted. I just had to copy the copy. And have it ready. Cool. And so I did all that. Then I fed the dog, walked her. I had walked her like from earlier, blah 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 blah, and was just waiting. And at this point, it's like after 10. Nearing 11. And I'm like, well, most people have lunch about in the middle of the day. So if you're going to go out and do stuff, you should probably hurry up. Like, this is true. Fair. So I said, okay, we're just going to go. So without preamble, get myself together, get all the stuff I had to bring with me to my little wife errand. Go and do that. And have every plans of, after I do that, if I hadn't heard from Bay, I'm just gonna fucking show up. Now, here's the thing about that. I don't invite myself places. I do not show up unannounced. I do not like that kind of shit. I think it's really, really irritating. And it's okay. in the situation, I felt my hands were tied, and like if I had waited initially to hear back from them, it wouldn't have. I would no, like I would have never heard back from them. Not because they're bad about getting back to people, but because the day just happens to be really busy for them, and that wasn't something that was necessarily apparent like at the beginning of the day, and so there was no way to know. Oh yeah, this is going to be like a super busy day, right? So I end up seeing them for exactly like 10-20 seconds. Now I'm a sneaky peach. Okay. So I went to this I went to the shop, I dropped off the stuff for wife. I said hey to Juice, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go off and like try to have like a little lunch date. We'll see how that goes. And on my way out, Juice was like, hey, when you go over there, can you do such and such too for me? Because of what the guy does for like where he works has some relevance to what we do, or things that he was gonna do. And I was like, yeah, sure. And it involved me basically requesting a line sheet. Okay. Um, and I knew that's not what Juice asked me for, but that's what he was asking me for. So, boop, boop. I go over there, blasting my music like a jackass, because that's how I do. And pull up in the parking lot, roll my windows up, get out of the car, march my happy ass into their shop, or the front of their shop, right? And proceed to walk towards the counter. Okay, now, I did not warn them that I was going to pop in. Mostly because I hadn't heard from them, like, since the earlier part of the morning. And I just didn't want to wait forever to hear back from them. Like, so I'm like, we're gonna be proactive about this and just make this happen, because I'm super impatient. Okay, like that's a fucking thing. So, I walked in there. Now I had another reason to be there. My reason was to see them, meet them for lunch, and then go about our merry way. You have a good day, I'll have a good day, and we'll talk later. That was ill timing. Now, I was like 100% not like, I'm fine. Like, I know that you're busy. I know that because I'm just kind of poofing out of nowhere, right? That there's a really good chance they're not gonna have time to even like talk to me. That's if you're there, right? We just decided to say, hang it and just go for it. So every now and then, that's how I handle things. Every now and then, that's what we do. So, they were very apologetic about it. And they were like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Like later, and they were like, "I had to run out. Like, it was bad timing. Oh shit!" And then you were coming, and I'm like, "I mean, I did tell you that I was gonna be out, and I just didn't hear back from you, and I'm not the patient sort, so fuck it." But like by the same proxy, because I didn't like announce, like give like a heads up warning announcement, I wasn't super worried about whatever reception I got. Like, I mean, fair, right? I wasn't gonna get upset about it because it's ridiculous. So I went in there. Now, between me, you, and the internet, all right. I was there for two reasons. One, fact-finding mission. Juice wanted information. That was the place to get it. Two, Seabag. Arrange lunch. So, I had no intention of like immediately greeting Faye like I knew them really well and like I was trying to make this a thing, right? They were at work. I was going to be respectful. I was going to maintain boundaries. I was going to, friendly acknowledge them like, hey, um, address the issue the other show was there for, address the original issue I was there for, and go from there, right? I was gonna be low key and nonchalant. That is not what happened. That's not what happened. What the fuck? Okay. Bless their heart. Oh, that sounds so mean. That sounds so mean. It's not though. I don't mean it mean. They saw me, recognized me. I'm hard to miss. Okay, once you've met me once, like the whole billboard we got going on here, yeah, it's kind of hard to forget that, right? Like for real, please. And I don't know, I look like a cartoon character come to life. Like, I mean, my expressions are not like, they're not. Let's see. They're not like out of proportion. Okay, it's not like that, right? But I'm expressive, and some people are not. And actually, when you first meet me, you would think that I am those people, like not expressive people. I'm actually very wallflower, very low key, and so seeing the rest of my personality is, knitting needle. It's a little jarring. That looks really weird. It's holding my cardigan close. That's what was going on. It's fine. This is not a pincushion thing. So that's not the perception I got. I came in, they were talking to someone, they turned around, saw me, gave me that weird half hug greeting, and I was like, hey. And they're like, I have to go. I'm like, no problem. Before you go, I had a quick question. Can you provide me with a line sheet for the stuff that you have here? Because legit question, right? Legitimate question. And the answer to me was no. And I was like, in my expressive, weird way, like we even established that this is how I communicate, and I like talk with my hands like my whole freaking body. It's really weird. So I guess I've always been expressive with this right here. And then this started happening, and now this started happening. I don't know when that happened, but it's a thing now. And it's funny because it's just me. It's what I'm known for now. Like, Wife and Juice and Gumby are just like, that's just Elle. yeah, that's right. Or Ray. We're gonna have to do story time. I think we're gonna have to do like Twitch story time and do the whole name thing, because when I go into other people's streams, I say, just call me Ray. Because you can't fuck that up. R-A-Y, just call me Ray. We could go with R-E-Y. We could go with R-A-E. I usually go with R-A-Y. Like you're just one fucking ray of sunshine. You know. So I was trying to keep it low key, and they just Bay. God. Now, look. Okay. Here's the thing. This is probably going to be a Twitch only video. There's a really good chance that this is never going to see the light of day after, like, it's been up here. So it's going to be up here for like 2 weeks. I might put it up on YouTube, but I'm probably going to make it private. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably going to, yeah. So, anyway, Bay wants to be altruistic. Mad respect. That's absolutely generally how I operate. Like, I'm not one for subversion. Like, it's not necessary. However, you hear that? Do you hear that chime of justification? However, I understand that some situations are delicate, and that you need to approach them thusly. And nonchalance and low key is sometimes the best way to fly under the radar. So I wasn't gonna like walk in there and be like, oh my god, hi, hey, I missed you. Like, no. And that's not their reaction to me, but like their reaction absolutely made it clear to anybody watching that they knew exactly who I was. And I was going for that not to be glaringly obvious. And like, okay, look, in all fairness, I know they're altruistic for good reason. It's a legitimate reason. And yeah, sure. That aside though, I don't greet people like that. Like when you're at work and I treat you like you're at work, and like I try to keep it profesh, right? Like I don't I kind of I tone it down as much as I'm willing to, which is just, to take it down a notch. Okay. Well, they ruined that. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I think it's kind of funny. Because if we had spoke about this earlier, I would have been like, hey, I am not going to act like I don't know you, because that's straight up lying, because I do. But I am going to come in and be low key, because I do actually have a question. That, like, I'm on a fact-finding mission for one of my coworkers. So I asked my question. They gave me the answer. And I got to tell you, okay, so here's the thing. We're not going to go into where they work. And if you've been here, you know where I work. Like, not specifically where, but I work in a garage. All right, and we're going to leave it at that. That's it. Everything else is not relevant. But this wasn't actually for the place that I work. It was for one of my coworkers who works with me, who also does the kind of work we do on the side. So like that's relevant and like legit relevant, right? I happened to be going to the area. It was just convenient for me to get that information. And generally speaking, when a business does B2B and they do wholesale or they sell supplies or services or materials or what, like, I mean, it's going to be physical products, right? There's a thing called a line sheet. A line sheet is essentially a fucking catalog. It's like the world's most boring catalog. It is literally a list of the things that are sold and their prices. Like what they are, quantity, as it, like if this is a gallon of something, or like a pack of 12, or a pallet, or like whatever, and the price. And in that case, it's a lot of, it might be retail, it might be wholesale, though retail catalogs have a tendency to be much more colorful, and like, we've all seen a catalog, okay, like we have, all right, just calm down. Whereas a line sheet is going to be a lot, it's going to look a lot more boring, all right? But for the person who's like using it, like they know where to look and they know what they want, and like it's laid out really logically and just very simple and like no muss, no fuss. Okay, now it's really weird to me that somebody who does B2B doesn't have a line sheet. It's really weird to me because here's the thing. I run two businesses. One of them is service-based. The other one is product-based. The product-based business is all retail. So I don't need a line sheet in the way of that, right? Because I go B2C, not B2B. But I still have an inventory, the SKU, the name, the price. I still have all that data. Like bare minimum, that's like what you gotta have on there. And so it's really weird to like see someone who does B2C or B2B and not have that, because people are gonna ask, like, if you do business with other businesses, they're gonna ask, like, it's so fucking weird. It's so weird. Like, no judgment. It just doesn't make any damn sense. So okay. Well, Bay jets off because they were like actually on their way out the door to do such and such anyway. So I saw them for like all of like a minute, right? I asked the question, they answered. I was like, okay, yeah, no, yeah, and they were just like, hey, look, I'll see you like at 12, like just come back at 12:30, and I'll like see you around then. And I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm gonna be down the street. No bigs. Like I'm not like leaving the area. The thing with it is though, I live in this area, so like even if I had not been down the street, I would have just been further down the street. No big deal. And because I want to spend time with this person, if I had to drive a little farther to do it, even with gas prices being what they are, done. So the other person there, who works in like the same general area that Bay does, was on the phone when I came in, and I just ignored that because I had my question answered. So Bay jets off. I go and start looking at the product in question. And I'm just kind of like reading over it, trying to familiarize myself with what I'm looking at, because I'm going to have to go back to the shop, and Juice was probably going to ask me questions, and I wanted to be able to actually answer them. So let's gather information. And I got to be honest with you, I did consider doing what I do when I usually do shopping, which is take pictures of shit. So I can do like let's take a picture, here's the price, and like that's an easy way for me to shop instead of like making a list and writing things out, because then I have a visual reference. And like maybe my shorthand forgets some words that are important, because like sometimes there's a premium or a plus or a super or like extra whatever next to stuff, right? And in jotting something down, I might not put that up. So other guy who at this point I have no idea who this is. I just know this guy works here, and he was on the phone doing something or other. I was not listening when I came in, and he said, "Oh, did so and so, like did it help?" And I was like, "Honestly, no, not really." And I wasn't like to throw them under the bus. Like, no, they didn't. I'm here for this, and it's my understanding that this doesn't actually exist. And I mean, that's what I need. Like, and bless this man's poor heart. He's like, oh yeah, no, we don't have, like, if you just want to know what we have, then you can just go to our website. I asked for a line sheet for a reason. What is probably on the website are probably retail prices. When you're doing B2B, you're not paying retail, you're paying wholesale. Now, if you are like me and you're a small business and you don't do things in like large volume, then yes, you may end up doing like retail prices, because you're not I don't order anything in bulk because with not whatnot, and I just don't need like 20 skeins of like one color, because I may use this one color once and like never again, right? And so I don't want like a whole lot of materials and stuff like that. So I tell him what I need, and like honestly, it was an honest question. It was a real question. So he's like, "Oh yeah, no, you can just go to our website and like all the information's there." And I'm like, "Okay." I was polite and cordial. I'm like, "Okay, thanks." Thinking to myself, not fucking helpful, not what I fucking asked for. Did you listen? And I'm like, did not listen. Okay, got it. Yeah. So bless his heart, he was trying. I don't think he was doing a good job, but he was trying. So I said, I was cordial. I said, thank you. I appreciate it. And went about my way. At some point, reach out to Bay. I was like, hey, just like, I'm down the street. Let me know. I'm around. I can stick around. So 12:30 comes around, and I hear back from them, and they're like, oh my God, I'm stuck here now. And such and such is going on and I can't leave. And I was like, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Like, you know, I got time. So I ended up just basically hanging out with wife and juice the whole day at work, which is so sad because I have to go there tomorrow. But I don't see wife a lot because wife used to work at our shop and doesn't work there anymore. So it's a rare occasion to see wife. And wife still works for the company. They just work at a different shop and love them to death that I do. Not driving that far. No, I don't like you that much. Especially not like when just got my fucking phone number. Just call me. Just call me. It's fine. We can do that. So. I wait. Long story short, do not hear back. By the time I hear back from Bay, it is the end of the day, and they're already on their way home and are going to be in for the night. And they're like, I'm so sorry. Like, it really sucks that you were there, like, all, like, the whole day, and this just didn't work out. And I'm just like, no bigs. Like, again, I popped in on you. I didn't give you any warning. I figured it wasn't going to be well met. I'm not worried about it. And, they were like, oh gosh, it probably looked really horrible, like, when you came in, because, you know, the whole overthinking thing. And I'm like, honestly, no. Like, no. Like, I was fine. Like, I am an overanalyzer, but I also am a realist. I was not worried about it. So I'm probably going to spend, like, a significant time over the next, like, day just, like, saying, no, we're good. Like, we're good. And that's because people lie and say, like, things are fine and they're not fucking fine. And I will trust you as far as I can throw you. That's just facts. So the funny thing is, I basically went to work today. I just didn't have any, well, I didn't do any work for them. It doesn't work for me. And entertained people and liked, you know, whatnot. And, you know, went spy hunting or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I thought it was fucking hilarious because it was like, really? What is even going on right now? Bless their heart. Oh God, they're so precious. I was like, it is fine. It is fine. Everything is fine. Now I do feel bad because I don't like surprise. I don't like doing that. I think it's like low key rude as fuck. Sure, I'm a bad person for doing it today. I got it. It's fine. But it's just hilarious. The whole situation is hilarious to me because the whole line sheet, like, I cannot wrap my brain around why that does not exist. Like, why wouldn't you have one of these? And then the answer I got from other guy, like, dude. And I don't know if I got that answer because I looked pretty at the time. See, look. I got eyeshadow on. I don't know. Got eyeshadow on. Got eyeshadow. Can't see it. I can't see it. It doesn't matter. There's color on my eyes. Powder. My hair looks nice, and it's nice and soft. It's a little flatter than it was because I've been shaking it and like being obnoxious with it all day. But yeah, I just. What? I thought it was fucking hilarious. Poor Bay. Is so worried. It's precious. Like, it is okay. Like, it is okay. It is okay. I mean, it's fine. We're good. Everything's good. Everything is good. So that was my adventure today. Like, what the juice was that? And I think it's funny. So I ended up going to work on my day off, which is not okay, but I tatted some flowers So finished one, started another one. I got one round done on our cow, which I don't think I'm gonna stream again today because it's fucking 9:30 and I've been here. This is apparently tonight's stream. This weird story time with me. It's like Ray's telling stories again. Anyway, it's oh my god, like that was just too much. That's too fucking much. So there you go. That's what happened. Oh gosh, wow. Meanwhile, wife was laughing her ass off at me, and actually so was Juice, because apparently since I have come into contact with Bay, I have been in this unnaturally good mood, and I smile and it's weird, and they're just like, you were so happy, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Because I'm a bit more sardonic than that usually, so this is a weird look to see on me. And they're just laughing at my expense, which is fine. It's fucking ridiculous though. Like, what? Yeah. So, that's it. That was today's adventures at work unnecessarily. Oh my god. There's like a million things going through my head that I gotta keep to myself, and it's just, I can keep a secret. I'm really good at it. I'm also super good at like vague booking or just being vague in general. Like, what, you didn't actually say anything. I know, that's the whole point. I'm just gonna leave you hanging and wondering and confused and mildly frustrated. Oh, that sounds dirty. I'll do that too. Oh, goodness. What? Shh. No, quiet. Shh. Just kidding. Yeah, kidding. Yeah, it's a joke. Is it? We hope so. Anyway. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I am cracking up like 9 ways to Sunday about this because so I understand like some of the quirks, that's what you call them, that Bay has about handling things a certain way. We've all got them. Like habits that we've developed because of experiences we've had. It's not weird. It's humans, right? And the thing with it is like I totally see where these habits could have come from, right? And I've got my own that are like probably similar in nature. Like, oh, like this happened and this causes you to now like compensate by doing this. Which is like one of the like what most common things I have is like in order to not have this happen, you're going to do this now, like from on now on, because that one time you didn't do this happened, and you're like correlating the two, even though that's not necessarily how it worked out, right? Because it's honestly it's oversimplifying things, because when you add other people into the equation, you have no idea in realistic, actual, truthful detail why all the things that are happening. Like, you don't know. And the thing with it is you can even ask somebody and not get a straight answer. So like you not to make y'all suspicious and paranoid, but like the fact that you asked isn't gonna guarantee that you're gonna get an answer, or all of an answer, or an answer that makes sense. Like, that's just no. Like, no, I'm sorry, but no. Yeah, sorry. So I don't know, I just thought it was funny. So it's just really? This is what we're doing, like this is what's going on? Okay. So oh my gosh. I'm gonna low-key crack up about this. Like, seriously. So this is a public. Now we have to select our audio file. I gotta call friend back because this is the most. Okay. So we're like wrapping up this Patreon post right now. Which is great because I've had a lot of trouble meeting my schedule, as you can see here. Mostly because I have so much that I'm doing. It just keeping a schedule, like showing up. Oh my god, that's super hard when I have so much to do. Yes. So I think, okay, we got this. We got it. Boom. Zarme, first baby of the day. Yeah, that became this weird joke because I was watching Shimmer and Shine with my daughter, who was not watching it, and now they're into it, and that's like a catchphrase for the show, and it's like, boom, Zarme, first wish of the day. Fucking ridiculous. Like, what? Yeah, so that became a thing to the point where a friend was like, "Did you just say?" I'm like, "I did. Yes, that happened." She's just like, "Oh, I mean, okay." I'm like, "Yeah, no, just nod your head. That's the safest thing to do with me." So now our Patreon post is up. Congratulations. It is 23 minutes and 3 seconds of me just as one does. So we need to, let's see, we published. So the thing that's not cool with how today planned out is I had every intention of recording a bunch of videos, like when I had daylight, and apparently what we're not going to do today is that, which is, it's almost 10 o'clock now. That sucks because why? Oh, I don't know, because I have a video to post tomorrow and I can't record it today, and I'm not going to have time. Time is getting away from me and I don't like it. Like, what is this? Now, I would not trade seeing wife and making jokes and hanging out and being out and like able to do stuff for staying in and being productive, because I know, according to Murphy's Law, if I had chosen to stay in, they would have been like, "Oh my god, hey, I can do stuff now," and I would have had to stop anyway, and I probably would have had to stop in the middle of a video, which I would have absolutely done it, but it would have been annoying because I would have had to splice 2 videos together, and I have the technology to do it. I just don't like fucking doing it. I don't want to. You're giving me another step. And this is not me like griping, for real. Like, for real. I'm just like, oh gosh, incidental inconvenience. That's what's going on. So, we've got our Patreon post up for today. Hooray! I have not kept to my Patreon schedule, it feels like, in a really long time. And I feel awful about it. Like, I don't like it. It's just happening. And the bare minimum right now is just posting however we can. And then the next step is to post and promote. We're not doing that today. Why? Because it's almost 10 o'clock at night. I've got other shit to do. So. There we are. That is story time. That is me doing this. Getting this up. Holy shit. How have we gone on for an hour and a half? I mean, it's me. So that's not really weird. It's kind of on point. Gotta be honest with you. Anyway. It's fucking hilarious. I have lost my noodle. What really sucks is I'm not going to be able to do this recording this weekend either. Like, I'm going to be off Saturday and Sunday, but I'm going to be playing Mom Saturday and Sunday, so I'm not going to have fucking time. And if I do have time, I'm going to have to be negotiating with my tiny human for like an indefinite period of time, which is like torture to like singing baby. Singing baby loves to sing, and when singing baby cannot sing, singing baby is sad. What does this do? I gotta press buttons. Look at that. Oh, that's so weird. I didn't know what those dots meant. Okay, you just be quiet. I'm pressing stuff on the screen. I don't know what I'm doing. Who let me on the internet? What the fuck? Oh yeah, no, we're definitely gonna have to not put this up on YouTube. I don't know, maybe we'll show it to Bay later. I do not know if they're gonna have a sense of humor about it. So, okay, in the interest of not being a jackass for like 5 seconds. Bay, if you're watching this, hopefully you've gotten to the end of this. I'm sure I sounded like a dick at some points of this. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be a jackass. I acknowledge that I probably was. Sorry. That's the best I got. I didn't mean any harm, but I accept that I might have hurt your feelings. Sorry. Like, really, I didn't mean to do that. So there we go. We have issued apology, like future apology, just in case we need it. I do mean that, because I wouldn't have fucking done it otherwise. And by this time, you should know me well enough to know that that is a fact. You cannot coerce me into doing anything I don't really want to do, except under very specific circumstances, and I will do it in a way that says, this is disingenuous as fuck, and she doesn't mean it. And that was not what that was. That was not what that was. Okay. We're just fucking shit up today. Oh my god. The line sheet, though. The line sheet. What the hell? I'm not gonna let them. I'm not gonna let them live that down. So here, this is what happens. So when, okay, we're gonna skip back to the line sheet. When Bay told me, so Bay was like, I was like, do you have a line sheet? It's like, no. I was like, why? Like, why not? Like, you do business with other businesses, right? Yeah. So apparently, according to Bay, everybody has been like, hey, can you put together a line sheet? Now here's the thing. Okay. I am not the inventory human where I work. I don't order the inventory. I don't manage it. I don't do any of that. I am the inventory human at my job during the day. Okay, so this is how this happened. When I came into this place of work right before last fall, autumn. Okay, when that happened, the state of the shop and the state of like their parts area was, what the fuck? Like, how do y'all find anything? Don't have an answer. Okay, so the manager at the time, at the very beginning, was just decided to, I guess, task me with busy work. Now here's a guy I didn't know. I'm intensely, obsessively organized, analytical, and efficient. I do not like things wasting my time or energy. And one of the biggest wastes of time and energy is looking for something because you don't know where it is. And if it has a place and you put it in that place, you see where we're going with this, you'll find it. I do not understand why anybody would not understand that. It applies to personal as well as professional, right? Okay, so when I came in, the cabin air filters and the air filters were all mixed up. Like, they're all basically in a very similar boxes. Some of them specifically say cabin air filter and some of them don't. But the cabin air filters have a longer number than the air filters, which are the ones that go in the engine, right? So that's one of the big differences, right? And like, I want to say the engine filters have 6 numbers. The cabin air filters have like 8, 7, 8, maybe 9. Anyway. not relevant. The bulk of the oil filters have 5 numbers. Some of them have 4. Some of them have, there's 21, 0, 0, 0, 8. Okay, so 4, 5, or 8 numbers. Okay. And some of that is dependent on the type of filter, like some, which is not expressly true, like some of the 8 number filters are internal. Some of them are cartridges. That applies to the 5 and the 4. So, but they were all just kind of stacked. Like they weren't in order. There might be a box of this one filter right here, and then another box or a couple of them down on this other shelf. And like, so the thing with it is for you to find a filter, you would be looking all over the place. Like you would waste time looking for stuff, because if in the course of the last time you were in there, you weren't either using the same filter or you didn't remember having seen that filter number somewhere else. And yes, we do have a tendency to use certain like filters over again, like 27, 356, 270, 47, 270, 40, 64, 21, 000, 290, 21, 000, 260, it's like 164, 21, 000, 255. Yes, it is sad that I know those filter numbers, but we use them a lot. And we have a bunch more than that, like a bunch more than that. But like those get used often, and we run out of those often. Then we got like 27, 319, which I can remember using one of, maybe, like in like 6+ months. Like what? Okay, whatever. And then the oil was also like not put together, like, so the oil comes in different ways. There's like 020, 016, 1540, 1530, 520, 530, 1030, 1020, probably other ones I'm not thinking of. And again, all this shit was just fucking clusterfuck. Like, what is this shit? In fact, I don't know if I have pictures of what the inventory looks like before. But let me tell you, friend, looks fucking amazing now. And I have pictures of that. Why? Because one, apparently, and friend used to, it's funny. When friend was in the military, friend worked in supply, which is, essentially kind of what I'm doing with this whole situation. So if you work in retail and you're doing stocking, one of the things you do is called facing. Right? Facing means everything faced the same, the number of the label, the whatever is out, and everything's to the front. So it's easy to grab, it's easy to identify. And if you've ever gone shopping anywhere, like that has like cans, like grocery store, yeah, like outside of the produce aisle, and the bread and the cake aisle and the meat aisle, like on the other aisles where there's boxes and cans of shit, whatever. That's what that is. And that's like the stock humans, that's their job, is to make sure the shelves have everything. And when you are greeted with a full shelf, like psychologically, it's like rewarding / reassuring. Like it encourages you to buy, versus if you go to a shelf and you like see a can here, a can there, a box there, and it's just like looks like somebody just like came through and just fucking bought everything, like before a snowstorm. At least where I live. So I think it took me several hours over the course of a couple of days, like several hours on this day, several hours on this day, to get it all straightened up. And then, like, that shit was tight, and it still is. And then I'm apparently in charge now of doing the inventory now. So when inventory comes in, guess who gets to put it away? This one right here. Now, to be fair, I have them alphanumerically placed. All the oil filters. The brakes are gone now, I think, because they got repossessed, basically. That sounds weird, but like that's kind of what happened. The tire, the wheel weights are done like that. I've got everything in order, because it's just so much easier when you don't have to look for something, because then, you know, it goes like, so the wheel weights, was it the red, the gray, the black, and the yellow are all like 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 1.0, 125, 150, 175, 2. Like, those are the main ones that we use. Well, that's the order that they're in. So if you have no 0.75, where 0.75 is on the shelf, as per me, there's a fucking gap. There's a gap, so you know that something is missing. And so when we get more, I don't have to move the whole damn shelf. With the filters, because we don't regularly keep stuff in, those things I will like move. But the whole point is I'm super organized. So the first thought that comes into my head after Bay tells me that they don't have a line sheet, after the incredulity, and Bay goes on to tell me, well, the owner is working on it. It's a list. Why does the owner have to work on it? Anybody could put that list together. Give it the right access. And the thing with you're not, you're not putting this person in charge of like ordering stuff, right? You're just having them do what I did, because I don't order anything for our shop, but I can tell you where the fuck shit is. Why? Because I put it away. But like, that's all you have to do is you make a list and you list the prices. That's it. That's it. So the after that, my brain's just like, if he gave me a couple of hours and like access to the right things, I could get this shit done. Like, I would have it done. I would have the order, like, it would be in order. It would be alphabetized. It would be done by volume. So, like, if maybe this comes in, like, a drum, and this comes in a gallon, and this comes in a quart, like, I would have all that ready. I have to fucking have the list done. I could put that shit in a spreadsheet, and then, like, here, this is where the hell you keep your spreadsheets, whether you use Google Drive, or you use Excel, or you use, I don't know, so what the fuck else people use for spreadsheets these days? I don't know. Like, I could make this happen. And all I can think in my brain is, do not volunteer yourself for this task. You do not work for them. They will not pay you enough. Don't do it. It's a trap. It's a trap. It's a trap. That said, I'm probably going to say something to Bay tomorrow and be like, I gotta be honest with you. I'm still, like, not able to process why this isn't a thing. 2, I can tell you for a fact, because this is what the fuck I do where I work, one of the things I do, that apparently is now my job. It's not part of my job, it's now my job. Like, it actually hurts me that our inventory is completely wrong. Like, whatever the count is in the system that keeps the inventory, it's wrong. It's wrong. And I don't understand why it's wrong. Like, and this is how wrong it is. It's telling the people up front who have to make the work orders to send back to us. It is telling them that we have like a drum of an oil that we don't. Okay, here's the thing about that. When they make the work orders, there's an approximation of the amount of oil that is going to be put in there. Now, sure. Because we're like eyeballing this, like there are lines on little thingy. There are the lines on the canister guy, right? Like, there are lines. But is it exactly 0.5 or is it like 0.5? I don't know. But close enough. And like when things like it needs 3.59, bitch, you're putting 3.5 and some change in there. That's what you're doing. and except for the bulk has an actual digital read on it, so you could get it just right. But like out of the gallon boxes, out of the drums, yeah, no, you're fucking eyeballing that. Even with that reasonable degree of error, right? And like usually when you have to use more, you're using half to 1 quart more, and that's not necessarily done on a regular basis. You should still have a pretty good idea what the fuck you do and do not have. And that is not what's going on. Like, we literally will have it in our system that we have something that we absolutely do not have. We will have stuff that is not even listed, or says we don't have any. And it's like, well, why didn't you use this? Like, well, it says we don't have any. I'm like, well, it's right here. So yes, we do. It's weird. It's fucking weird. Now, that said, the district manager, I am not trying to talk to this guy. Honestly. I do not want his attention on me. Because this is what I see happening. I see him saying, oh, Elle is really good at inventory. Let me send them to all the stores in the district to fix their inventory situation. You're not paying me enough to do that. I gotta tell you. Like, our inventory at our shop is put together because I use it. And it benefits me for it to be neat. But here's the thing. After you put something in an order, you must have a system to maintain it. And I gotta tell you, all I did was alphanumerically order things. If you know the alphabet, and you know your numbers, and you know like which direction they're going in, and you pick a system, either ascending or descending, that's it. That is it. It is not rocket science. But if you couldn't be bothered to do that, I got questions for you. Like, is it because you're dyslexic and like it's really difficult for you to actually put things in order? That's legit. Is it because you couldn't be bothered? Is it because you identify as somebody who is not organized? Like, I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm not organized. And I'm like, I think you could be, though. Like, you definitely probably do certain things in a certain order. Like, there's probably some habits just because they make sense for things. Like, you put your socks on before you put your shoes on. That just makes sense. It just makes sense. So, like, if you're doing that, right? Or you're, like, putting one arm in one sleeve or one, like, your head and then your arms in the sweater, one leg at a time. Like, if you're doing any of those things, you've got some concept of doing things in an order that makes sense. So I think we can apply this elsewhere. I really do. But I know that if I say anything to our district manager, or if any asshole does on my behalf, wife, I'm looking at you. It's going to become my job. And I'm going to be very perturbed. And the only person I could think who might say something would be wife. Because wife is not going to be negatively impacted if I get pulled away from my shop. Because wife doesn't work with me. Gumby is probably not going to enjoy it. Jay is probably going to not enjoy it. Don probably didn't give a fuck. It's Don. He didn't care. The other stores probably like experiencing the benefits of that which is my orderly obsessive mind are probably going to appreciate it, except for the fact that I don't think they're going to maintain it, because if they couldn't get it to that point, I'm not very confident that they can keep it there. I gotta be, not to be a judgy bitch, I just gotta be honest here. So I am not trying to make that my job. Now, if my whole entire job with a pay raise was to go around and evaluate, audit, and like systematize their inventory, like if I was like inventory management human, and I just like made the dictates under which these things needed to be ordered, and and like entered and like set up a system. Oh yeah, no, I could do that. I will need a shiny penny for that. A very shiny penny. Because what I would do is I would just make the system once and then be done with it and be like, execute, bitches. That's how it works. That's okay. That's okay. So we've made it almost 2 hours of me having weird story time, talking about wife, bae, and weird humans that I met today, and juice, and whatnot. And then this whole inventory obsessive compulsive thing that I've got going on. Yeah. The Patreon post is up. Yay. I hope you've enjoyed our weird expressive story time because I don't know how to do anything else. Yeah, peppered with weird ideas on dating and relating to other people. Well, trying to anyway. I'm not very good at it. Why do you think I'm still single? Because I can't human effectively. Whatever. See, there's a running joke. The friend is a robot and I'm a monster. And I will stand by that. Look, it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. You don't have to get it. You're not in on it. It's fine. Then we issued our apology to Faye, just in case they do see this and they don't appreciate my manner by which I related some of these things that happened today. But like, seriously, I'm good. We're good. Everything's fine. I am finding this mildly hilarious because no bigs. Like, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I totally get why someone would feel some kind of way and like make certain choices. I get it. I do the same things. Everybody says the same things. We are so not different. Hello, pot. This is Kettle. How are you? 2 peas in a pod. That's it. I gotta go. I think the delirium is catching up with me finally. It is getting hard to think. Do you need to think, do you? No. I'm a studying that. I somehow managed to run on autopilot while my brain is scrambled eggs. Yeah. So, I'm going to go back to work. Highly doubt that I'm going to get any more videos done, which really sucks because I did something with this, and this looks alright. It's a little flat now. We're going to floof it up. Maybe. It's not long enough to put in a pineapple, right? Because it's still relatively short in the back and on this side. I think it's longer than it used to be. But this is way longer. Now, okay, to be fair, right? Weird part right here. Why? Because cowlick. Part it down the middle, look like a child. Part it off to the side, look vaguely sophisticated, also like an adult. Also, cowlick. The cowlick is more important. Although I don't love looking like a child, I am in my 30s. I don't know that that's a bad thing at this point, but I don't really need anything else undermining my capabilities. No, I don't. Hi, Julian! You are catching me at the end of story time. Yeah, I was actually just hanging out here, blathering on, as one does, trying to make use of the fact that I put myself together and look like a human today, while I set up my Patreon post for today. So I appreciate you being here. Welcome. Unfortunately, I'm on my way out the door. And unlike that other time, I'm not like working on something where I can keep working on it. So I got bad timing. Like, I always have people pop in and I'm like, I was gonna go. So thank you for joining me. I feel free to tell me why you wandered into my section of Twitch. Did you get lost? Did you fall in a hole? Is Timmy down a well? I don't know. You can tell me. You cannot tell me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We cover a lot of random stuff here. I game my stream. I make the art. I tell weird fucking stories with way too much enthusiasm, which is funny because I'm very Clark Kent 90% of the time, which is why I have all this energy to burn, apparently, because I am too mild-mannered, which mild doesn't sound like the right word for me. I'm like, I don't know, spicy polka dots. What? Exactly. Exactly. That's just what this is. Fucking weird. It's cool. It's cool. It could be worse. It could be boring. Although, really, I think I am. I like, seriously, though. Like, seriously. There's nothing even remotely interesting about me. I have no life. Although I am full of stories. That's because I people watch. That's what that's about. That, and that's living a little too much life in like too short period of time. Yeah, the struggle bus also tends to take the scenic route. So you see a lot of shit. Like, what? It also gets stuck in traffic a lot, so there's that too. And so then you see nothing, and it's like frustration. So, I don't even know what I was going to do next. Project time, technically, still has to happen. Homework time has to happen. Promotions have to happen. They're not happening today. I just gotta get a salvage. So I guess what's gonna happen is there will be no Project Time stream today because at this point it's gonna be tomorrow soon. And as much as I would love to sleep 3 hours tomorrow, like into tomorrow, I don't think that's gonna be a great idea. I think it's gonna haunt me. So yeah. Yeah, that is a thing. So we're gonna get back to like homework and stuff and things and other forms of productivity. We're probably gonna, I don't know. I might do some project time. I don't actually know. I don't know. I don't think I can construct a proper sentence right now. Yeah, we've reached delirium again. It's fun. It's like a merry-go-round. We just like went full circle. So, Julian, thank you kindly for popping in, and everybody else who's popped in. If you're watching this later, hi, hello. Hope you enjoyed Random Ramblings from yours truly, which is how I sign off on my TikToks. From yours truly. I should be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday? Yes, I should be back. Hopefully we'll do Project Time. Really? I don't know. We're going to see how that works out. So, I hope that you'll have a wonderful rest of your evening. I'm going to go so I can collect my various brain cells that have fallen onto the floor before they roll away. Toodles. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. I hate this. Hold on. Bloopers. Yeah, so, the funny thing about this. When I first started doing videos, it was YouTube. Okay. It's a blooper reel. It's like my version of a blooper reel. And I hated doing YouTube videos because they're usually polished and nice and they look put together, and my ability to edit anything is non-existent. So, then Periscope came along, and I started doing that. Periscope was all live. At first, everything disappeared after 24 hours. Then they gave you the option to keep things, and you could keep them, I think, indefinitely. But you could also like download them and like upload them other places or whatever, or something like that. I don't know. It's been so long. I have no idea. So I really came into my own making videos, doing it live. And a lot of times what would happen is I would try to end a video and the button would just be like, no, we're not gonna do this. And so I will stop, press the end button or whatever it is, and do that. Well, I'm usually looking at the camera and the stop button is over here. So if I don't put my hand near it, there's a really good chance I'm gonna miss it. So what I started doing, this is bonus story time, y'all. What I started doing is I'd freeze my face and like try to press the button. If it didn't work, I'm like, well, fuck. Here's me. Here's just me fucking this up for another 30 seconds. You're welcome. And those are my bloopers. It's just me failing to end the video properly, which I think is hilarious. So yeah, there you go. So we're gonna try this again. We're like closer to where we're supposed to be with this button. Wish me luck. All right. From yours truly, Radiant Ray. Just call me Ray. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and good night. And I will see y'all hopefully tomorrow, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, for some project time next evening.